dull denims in your closet too? I'm gonna turn these dead duds into new threads. Let's upcycle that denim. Coming up. So I cleaned out my closet, and yeah. What do you do with old jeans? I was gonna donate these, and I was like, I run a design studio, and I shouldn't just donate these. I need to cut these up and turn them into something. And I also have this one favorite pair of jeans. I love this pocket and all, and it's gonna be hard to cut this up, but I know I could turn it into a really cute skirt. Denim is really popular right now, and they're actually wearing denim tops, the whole denim outfit, which is a little much, like denim on denim, they call it. And yeah, I think this is time where I turn this bundle into a skirt. And I love pockets. I actually had some little pocket pieces I cut off, and I also have my dad's. This is a piece from his clothes. When he passed away almost 10 years ago, and I took a lot of his t-shirts and all. I still haven't done anything with it. That's actually coming up soon. I'm gonna make a skirt out of some of his old t-shirts. And I have some of his jeans, so I'm gonna like turn them into it. Yeah. Oh. Hey, this is already paying off. So I better check all the pockets in here anyway. But I'm gonna make the rosy skirt with this. That is my usual skirt, because I want to actually all along the hems. I actually have these two skirts are rosy skirts too, and they're a square circle skirt. It's this shape, goes like, this is the muslin of my first one I ever did. Ta-da! And I'm gonna put, I think I have enough hems on all these edges. I actually don't know. I'll have to go hunt down some of my husband's jeans. I want to put the hems all along. I'm going to patch this, of course. I'm going to put the hems all along the edges of this skirt, and then make big patches. And of course, I want to fray them out too. So I'm going to cut these apart, fray all the edges, get them into squares, and then just patch them and make them into the skirt. I have a feeling it's going to be a little heavy. I don't know. I'm just going to do one layer, because a lot of times I do 2 layers, or I just made a 3-layer skirt and it was heavy. But the denim will be heavy. And a lot of my denim is all dark, but that's okay, because I think this is one of my lighter pairs right here. Oh, this is the pair I'm actually not going to cut up. They're Lucky brands, and I think I'm going to try them back on. So, but I only have, how many I got? 1, 2, 3 and a half. Do I have any more? Figure something out. I'm going to just start cutting them up, make big swatches, and then just go with it and put, just patch it up. And so, do you have a stack of jeans in your closet you need to upcycle? Go take a look. Make a skirt with me. I'm going to get started. I think I'm going to start with this one. This was the part of my dad's pant here, and I know I want to use this edge. I think I'll be cutting this side off here, seeing how this is going to fray under here. And I'll just go, yeah, so this can be then the edge here, and then I can actually cut it all up here. It's a tapered leg a little bit, so I want to, yeah, I don't need it that big though. Well, that'll be interesting too, because I don't really, well, I guess I could actually add a big patch like that. And I think I'll tear it, because I want it to be everything frayed. Yeah, like that. So right there I have one big piece. That's yeah, I think I'll do these in big pieces too. And the skirt will go faster and it'll just be a little more unique. It doesn't have to be little pieces. And then I'm going to add pockets to, I have some of these cool pockets. I can just add a pocket anywhere here. I can even just add the patch on top of that. Although I don't want to do on top of stuff, because I want to try and make this so it doesn't weigh too much. Okay, it's going into the hem here. I'm just going to cut that off there. Okay, so there's my first cut there, and that would just be a great patch right there. And there is my first cut. All right. That little part there helps me be brave and then get me started on that. This is half the pattern. Not bad. I haven't even cut into these other jeans. That's a cute pocket. Okay, I think I'm done for the day. My hand's not blue. That's good. I think I've done enough. There's a lot of scraps I have. And yeah, I think tomorrow I'm just gonna lay these all out and see where they go. I don't wanna do too much fraying because, and if they're kind of a little too short or too, then patching, and then I'm gonna be fraying for no reason. So I'm just gonna have to figure this out tomorrow because my hands are hurting. Okay, back into work on these patches. I'm beginning to wonder what I've gotten myself into. But I did just have a great idea. This is the pattern I need to put all the patches on. And I did a skirt last year or so. I called it the Rosie. It was one of my first ones. It was all a patchwork. I remember I put this under here and I put cardboard under it and then pinned all these patches on. And it was, wow. I mean, it went okay, but it was time consuming and I just could do a quarter at a time. Now I was thinking with these denim pieces, I'm gonna get this, I got a bunch of this ambiance fabric. It's rayon lining. It's real thin and soft and slick. I'm gonna cut this pattern out of this, lay it down, and actually pin all the pieces to this, which will create another weight, but it's also, it won't have raw edges on the underside. It'll all be connected here, and this will just be a bunch of stitches. And it will keep it, I mean, if I just pin it all, it'll make it easier to stitch. Yeah, and then lay it out. But I'm gonna have to put a lot of pins in it. I don't know, I still might wanna pin it in quarters, but I wanna put all the patches on. So I would just pin the heck out of it and sew it. So, I don't know. But I'm gonna try that. I think it might really work. So, yeah. I'm gonna cut this as the Rosie pattern there with the hole in it, lay it on the table, put my patches on it, start pinning it. I don't know, it might work. Then I'll be on to a whole new patchwork system. Okay, I'll cut this out. And I can just pin everything right on there. And then I take all these pins out. Okay, now, I did that right. That will be the base that I put all the patches on. Get this lined up, and then I'll start putting on these denim pieces and see if that's gonna make this easier. This is a lot of base to cover. Yay. All right, pinned on. I'm gonna start this corner here. And then I can just pin this all on here. I'm gonna have a ton of pins. Oh my gosh. This might become a dangerous expedition here. But then I'm gonna pin this down here. Then I'll have to, all my students are gonna wonder where my pins all went. Be like, where's the pins? They're in my skirt. Well, hurry up and sew it so I can have some pins back. And then I can slide this all around once the pins get in there. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do a bit of work on all this. Okay, have the whole hem part done, and I have one little spot here and I have one hem left. That worked out great. And wow, this was good. I was gonna have to do some fake hems. Let's get this all laid out. This is coming along. Okay, so now I have all my edges done. This whole thing here. Yeah, now I just got to do the fill-in of all these other little pieces and then get these cute pockets in there and all. But, I'm not going to start stitching anything down because I really want to I want to see where I'm going to fray it. I really want the frays to pop out. Okay, so just fray these as I go. Okay, this is looking good. I'm excited. I'm going to go home. It's the weekend. Have a cocktail. Come in tomorrow and finish this up. I've been, just got in here and I was tearing all the pieces out and I got a cute little pocket out of here. These are so fun. This is the reason I bought these jeans, because I love the pocket. So I better use both of them. But I brought in the one rosy skirt that, I think this was my first, no, it wasn't the first one. It was one of the first few. And this was all patchworked on here. I did a whole video on this one. And remember, this one really took me a long time. I worked on it in quarters and I put cardboard under each one and pinned it and then sewed it and then brought it back and kept messing with it. Would have been good. So it has all these stitches. I also love this too because I did this fun embroidery stitch. I just got this new machine and I was finally used some of the stitches on there. But I loved the little trim I put in here with the, oh my gosh, this was fun. And then I did a lot of work on this. Now look at it, little lace right here. I called this the Rosie. That's how the pattern got its name, because this reminds me of Rosie the Riveter. It looks so mechanic-y, you know, like grease. And, I don't know, but feminine. So I got the little lace in there and the little embroidery things and little rose, or we call it star nail heads. But this was a great skirt. I love wearing this with boots. I can wear it in the winter. And then I used a pleather top right here. So one of my favorite skirts. I've made a lot of rosies, and it's so funny when I say rosies. I made a lot of them, and some I don't really care for, and then some I really love. So it's always depends on the fabric. It's like how it drapes and all that. So this one, patchwork, I'm really curious to see how this is going to look. So I got a lot of the patches on there. I'll show you. And now I'm going to do a lot of the fraying and chunking out some of the thicknesses, trying to get this lightweight, because I know I put it on there, it's going to be heavy. But I have my patches pretty well put on, and I'm starting to go in and chunk out some of the thicknesses underneath, which I just kind of took out some fabric layers here. And I'm going to sew this one, because this one's kind of a little tricky spot here. And then I'm going to, after I kind of sew all this, I'm going to then lay this pocket down. So what I'm going to do is just put a pin right here to know I have to do that. And then also marking where these patches are. And I come in here and then I chalked out some of the spots that I could get some of the weight of this denim out of here if I chunk out enough, but not too much so it doesn't come apart. And then pin, also, oops, I forgot, I want to pin this way so when I go around it I can easily pull the pins out, because then when I'm going all the way around it I don't know which direction I'm going to be sewing. But this is always the easiest way, and then if you have to sew over a pin, that's okay, and all that. All right, I'm going to continue pinning and fraying. I got to also tackling the edge of the skirt first with going all the way around it to at least get those pins out of there. I have a class coming up, need to get my pins back. And finding that these all these edges have their own little stretch. And then some of them are, yeah, see, they're just kind of growing as you're sewing. I probably should use a walking foot with this. I wonder if that would help. Put this in here. This pin came out. Oh, it's a bundle of pins. And where did it go? So that's not good. I think it went up, yeah. So actually I'll let that stretch and then I'll put it back. That's a good thing. If they're in pieces, let it stretch. You can get it back. Oh my. I'm gonna have to tackle this in parts. Okay, have the perimeter sewn. Wow, let's see how that looked on the outside. Yeah, I guess that's gonna work. Doesn't have to be beautiful under here, just has to be secure. So now I got all these pins back. My students will be happy. Now I'm just gonna try and get some more. I think this is where now I'll just concentrate on the quarter parts here, because I think these are all slipping, and if these stretch like the hem stretched, then wow, this is gonna be tough. Oh my gosh, a little harder than I thought. I'm glad I have this base on here. That's really gonna help. My first quarter done, looking better. More pins for the students. So now I have to go in and do this next quarter here. I think just a quarter at a time. I will get this done. Okay, this is looking great. This is the one side that's all stitched. Oh, and then I still have this to do. Something you have to kind of do in segments because it gets monotonous. So do a little bit at a time. What's the hurry, right? And the back is looking so great. This is, wish I have done my other projects like this. This ambiance lining too is really light and it feels good. It's cool to the touch and I'll be comfortable on. Now I'm gonna take a break on those patches and I wanna start on the yoke part. I was imagining to do, so I have all these scraps left. Looks like I'm gonna use most of all these jeans. There's not much left here. And I was purposely trying to make sure I had at least a couple legs left. Sounds kind of weird, a couple legs left. Like this one right here. I like this blue and I wanna try and get that one in there. So the yoke is, this is the yoke pattern right here. And what I wanna do, I've made a couple skirts with like a corset look. So I cut them up and then put, and then top stitched them. And these are, when I did my first one, I think it was my first skirt I ever did. It was a denim one with embroidery on it. It was really pretty embroidery fabric. Denim embroidered, really lightweight. And I was like, such a pretty fabric, but I don't know what to do with it. And that's how I started with the rosies. I think that was my first one. This is the pattern I cut up into these threes. And what I was thinking is cutting the denim, so I have to do like cut 4 of this, 4 of them, yeah. So, 4. This is a quarter of the pattern, and what I think what I'm going to do, I don't think I really want all of those pieces on here because then I'm going to use I'm going to fray the edges like that. So I think what I'm going to do is use the side as one piece and then like fray the edges. I have to cut them a little bit bigger because I actually didn't put seam allowances on these because I want them to, I'm going to overlap them. So yeah, I have to add seam allowances and then fray it. Yeah, and I have to, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know. I'll figure it out. When I put it on the table, then I start figuring it out. And then these are the other 2 pieces. I'm going to put these together. There's my little notches. And then I'll cut one piece out of here and fray the edges there. So that's the center front. And then there's actually, this is on the fold. I think I'll put a fray right here and then put a cut in the middle on that. So it'll be like corseted but with frays and then different colors of denim. Yay! That's my plan. And then I can even put like a little pocket right on the lower yoke because I still have, isn't it the cutest little pocket? Okay. Then I found this ribbon trim in my stash. I was been cleaning out, getting ready for my summer camps, and I found this. It's like literally just denim overlocked here, and it has a little tiny wire in here. But I took it apart, I cut a piece off, and then I frayed this edge, and it's framed just perfectly. So I'm going to make this the binding that goes all the way around, divides the yoke to the skirt, and it's perfect. It's denim. So I'm going to start on the yoke. Going to take a break from all that stitching of denim patches and put the yoke on, and yeah, it's going to be pretty. So I think I'm going to have to put an elastic casing on the yoke because I don't think my fold over elastic is going to hold the weight of this up. Not that it's going to be that heavy, but when you walk and it's just a little fold over elastic, it might fall down. So I'll have to do a casing. Yeah. You got to improvise. Anyway, I'm going to get onto the yoke part here. All right, well, I have my pieces here, and then I just realized that I had these pieces from another skirt that I just did a few weeks ago. I forgot I made a pattern for it, and it's a side yoke and the center front right here. So it goes like that, and then there's a fold here. So I took these 3 pieces and turned them into 2. So this is perfect. It has the I can do this 5/8 seam here, fray it out, and then overlap them and stitch them like a patchwork. And then this is the center front. I'm going to put it on a seam because I don't think I'd ever get a center front unless I made a center front like that. But I think if I'm going to fray it, I'm going to do all the frays unless I did one of these. But I also really want that center front on the grain, so I'm going to have to find the grain lines here, and I can actually tear all these, but I saved the legs, so I have to cut like 2 of these right here. Yep, so that's perfect. So I'll need 4 of these and 4 of these. So I just got to lay these out and see where I can find them in all of these scraps. Okay, I have this. I want to use this part here, and I think towards the bottom. So I wrote top on here, so I want to have that on center front, so I'll use this one here. But I also need to add a seam allowance for that. So what I need to do here is I put about a half, I'll just do like a 1/2 inch, and then it will overlap onto the next one. So I'll just have this here. And then I'll put notches too to make sure I get these all in the right spots. Get some pins. And that can be one of my patterns. And then, yeah, I think that will work. And I'm not going to fray the bottom because I'm going to put the that denim trim in there. Well, that would be cute too. That just gets more complicated. So then I'll put 5/8 here, and that's how they're going to have to fit together. This might be a little complicated. I'm going to put a T up here, so then I'll have that on the yoke, and then that part of one, and then I can do next to this one and just piece it all together. One way of finding your grain line is to, if it's on the center front, is to tear the threads out. And I can see this was the grain line right there, that front part. That'll help the center front hang better. So I'll just cut that out. And then I'm going to make a mark, because I have it halfway frayed, where the center front should match up, because this is the center front. There we go. So then I cut that one, this one pattern face down, so that means my next one I have to do a pattern face up. This will be for the center back, or this will be, yeah, for the back yoke. And I gotta do another one pattern face up. So now this goes here, and then this I think should fray, because yeah, this will be a good fray on there. Yeah. it's not exact. Okay. If you get these cut on the grains, then the fray will work. There we go. Okay, and this will go. This is about a 1/2 inch over. Oops. Go like that. I'll pin that. Stitch it right about there. I need to stitch it where that grain line is there. Perfect. Okay, there is my either front or back yoke, and I really like that stitch in there. Now to do the other one. Well, my yokes are coming along. This is 2 of them. They actually look kind of different sizes, but no, they're good. Okay, I think what I'm going to do here is turn them right sides together and sew actual seams right here so that they're not frayed on the edge. That'll give me a little thinner hip line instead of having the frays on my hip. And also these are on, they're not on the straight grain, so they'll fray a little differently. So those are looking really good. I put the stitch in here from the, I think it was the outer leg or the inner leg, and I really like that there. I think, did I do another one? I have one like right here, from the other jean. It looks so cool. Now I'm gonna do, when I get this all put together, put these cute little pockets on. Put them on the skirt and then maybe like one on the yoke. And then I was thinking, so I'm gonna do this trim in here. I'm gonna fray this, and then these belt loops are left over. And I threw away some of them already, but I really like this one. So I might do a couple belt loops here, see where they're at. Maybe, I don't know, but I can make another one of these if I cut this off and turn it in so I can get the look of it. But I like the one with the gold stitching. And then I could always stitch these with gold over it also. First, I'll just see how I like it. But then, yeah, this is turning out really good. So now I'm just going to go and sew these down. Have the piping on. I call it piping, but it's like a binding. It's a flat piping. It's going to get tucked in there. I'm hoping I don't have it too long. Might have to. I think I'm going to do a 3/4 inch seam just to make it a little bit shorter. Yeah, because sometimes they're too long, they'll pop up. But yeah, it's looking good. Okay, now all I have to do is connect this to the front here. I got to start that by finding the front. So I have side seams that are just actual seams here. There, so it's easy to find, and then I have to find the centers. That, and then find the, I think that's the center I wanted there, and then turn it right sides together, start at the center. I need more pins, and then pin that, and it should match. Took this yoke in a little bit more because it's stretching, so oh my gosh, I might have a little bit of a problem there. Kind of might not fit now. So okay, we got to do the center here. Let's see if this is gonna fit. Yeah, that one fits. I'll just have to fudge it over a little bit because the lines could have got moved around anyway. And with this binding on, it's stopping the stretch. So, and this is still kind of stretching. I think this is the side seam. Hard to tell, there's so many seams in here. Yeah, I have a little bit, oh boy, my skirt's a little bit bigger than the yoke. Oh, bummer. I'm gonna have to do little tiny little ease stitching in here. I don't think ease stitching it on the machine's gonna help. But I'm just going to have to get it in there somehow. I think I'm going to pin it this way and see what it looks like. Alright, I have a lot of pinning to do. I'll sew it on and let you see how it's going to look. I think it's going to be about like that. Yeah, the little puckers will probably hide under there, but will that poke up? I don't know. I'm going to have to anchor it down. Then I got to see if I like it. Alright, making progress on the skirt. I got the band in here, right there, and then I top stitched on top. Got it all connected. Looks really good. I'm trying to have to iron some of this down. I might have to put a little gluey stuff on a few of them, although it's staying down pretty good. And I've got my pockets placed on the yoke where I want them. I love it on, this is the front. Really cute. I'm going to add another pocket on the back here because my back has like almost no pockets, and I noticed my front has a bunch of pockets. So then I thought, okay, now I got to get the waistband in here. So I'm going to, I added like a little black strip of fabric, a little facing. I'm going to roll it to the inside, stitch it right here, and then I have this pretty wide, let's see, 1 inch, it's pretty strong elastic, and I made it tighter than usual, and then I'll just put a casing and put it through and try it on, see how it fits. So yeah, it doesn't feel that heavy on, but it sure feels heavy like this, but it's not heavy, but yeah, finish this up and I'll show you how it looks. Wow, my skirt is done and I love it. It turned out way better than I thought. Wow, and it's comfortable. I put the elastic in, it's not falling down, and wow, I turned my old jeans into a new skirt. I love it. I love the pockets too. I can put my phone in here. Look at that. Walk around with my phone in there. I can put some change and my credit cards in here. Right here, got another pocket. When I put all those pockets on, I didn't really place them on purpose. I was just putting them on, and they kind of turned out in good spots. Wow. I love the little pocket on the butt part right here. And I have 2 pockets back here. Wow, this was really fun. The yoke turned out good. This is the elastic right there. That turned out great. And all the hems are from the hems of the jeans right there. And then the under, you can kind of see the ambiance tan when you walk a little bit, but it turns out that actually looks better than it would have been raw, so that is good. I might go over this and stitch more of that down. I still haven't put the belt loops on. I gotta find them. I gotta wonder where to put the belt loop. I think I might like put one like right here or something. Not really sure. Maybe just, I don't know. But this skirt is ready to wear, and I can't wait to wear it. It's a fun skirt. Wow, people are gonna go, what? We walk by and they're gonna go, what was that? She went into her closet, took out her stack of jeans, tore them up, made a skirt out of it. That's what it looks like. That's because that's what happened. Anyway, so have you made anything creative from jeans? Are you looking at anything fun? Have you found there's so much out there of what to make with jeans that it's really fun. You can make placemats with the pockets and put silverware in them. There's so many fun things to do. So if you like this video and I inspired you, give me a thumbs up. Leave me a question or comment below. I would love that. And please subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you in the next video.